Hey, 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 it's Friday night. And guess what that means? You are around the table. And tonight, I am super duper excited. I am geeked and I am ready because I have my girl with me tonight, vision coach Tammy Watson. And we're going to chop it up tonight. We're going to talk about vision. Can you imagine two vision coaches in the same room? So get ready, hang on to your seatbelts. But in the meantime, I just want to remind you of our sponsor, Lorraine Barr International, and they are the ones every week that pushes and makes sure that I am here and ready to bring to you this show. Lorraine Barr International, they have a cash app. You can help by donating at $ Lorraine Bar One. What do? They specialize in helping those that need help. If you are a cancer survivor, as she calls herself, a cancer conqueress, they help with specialty bras, wigs, wheelchairs, breathing machines. They help with appointments to the doctors, makeup, and anything that you may need. One of the things that they're most proud of is that 2 months ago in Pakistan, they paid the full amount for someone to have breast restoration surgery. And that's some of what happens when you donate to Lorraine Barr International. So whether it be $5, $10, whatever it is that you would like, please send it to $Lorraine Barr One, or you can go to her website, LorraineBarRinternational.com, and you may donate there. But we are about to sit around this table tonight, and fire is going to come because this woman of God, I met her a little over a year ago, and she has not stopped. And I truly believe that when you talk about vision, that this woman has the concept of what vision is. Tammy, listen, I do not do bios. I do not read. I like my guests to introduce themselves. So would you just tell our listening audience tonight, whatever it is that you may want them to know about you? And if you would like at this time, Tammy, you can share out the broadcast from my live so that your friends can tune in as well if you want to take a minute to do that.
Yes. Okay. Fantastic. Hello, everyone. Thank you, Vision Coach Alisa, for having me on your show. Listen, it is just an honor to have you here talking with me because I look at you as my mentor and my vision coach. You have blessed my life. Just to talk with you, just to see the things that you're doing and how you are birthed in business for many people. Oh, you just blessed me. And so I just want to say thank you so much for allowing me to come onto your show. And
Thank you,
yes,
Tammy.
my name is Coach Tammy Watson. I am a mother of seven, a grandmother of 17 grandkids.
Woo!
And yes, and I am a vision coach. I am an author of the book called The Vision Within. I am your dream pusher. I am a realtor for 30 years where I have been helping people from all over the world create their vision, building their houses from ground up. And I help people design the life that they want to live. That you do not have to live your life by default, but you can live your life by design and on purpose.
Awesome, awesome. Well, Tammy, listen, your portfolio is so huge. But tonight, I am just so intrigued by all the things that I have seen you doing. You are just helping people everywhere that I look to discover who they are and the vision within. I know that you have some great things coming up, which we will talk about later. But for right now, let's talk about this because before you, I have never ever heard of a vision book. I always knew that there were vision boards. Always knew that people would do a vision board. And when I met you and you started to talk about this vision book, a whole new world opened up. So what is the vision book?
Well, the fiction book, what it does, it helps you design your life. It is like a roadmap for you, right? And it helps you design your life in 12 principal areas of your life. You know, God said in his word that we are to write the vision and make it plain. And many of us, when they write their vision or they want things to happen, like if, say for, most people know about, like you said, a vision board, right? So what they will do is they will get on and they will just immediately just say, okay, I want success here. I want a car here. I want money here. I want this here. But they didn't have a roadmap to get that, right? They
Yes.
wanted those things, but they didn't have a roadmap to how do I get those things, right? Like I had a conversation with one of my girlfriends today, and I posted, and she was telling people that this is your season. And I called and I was like, "What do you mean this is your season? Tell me more about that." And when she began to tell me, I said, "But how do you know the people you're telling that it is their season when they don't know really if it is their season, when they do want it to be their season, but they don't even know how it is going to be their season?" And then she
Wow.
said, and then she said, "What do you mean?" I said, "Well, listen, 2020 came. Everybody did a vision board. Everybody put that vision board up. Everybody was talking about this is going to be the year. This is going to be the year that we have 2020 vision that we can see."
Oh my goodness.
That started off in January, coach. But when March hit, oh my God, when the pandemic hit and we had to go into our place and we were locked down, how many people kept their vision?
My
People
goodness.
lost their sight because things began to happen to them in their life. Things begin to happen to them in their marriages. People begin to this month is the awareness for domestic violence that became huge. Okay, people began to go into depression because they couldn't feel and touch people personally. People begin to lose their mind. Suicide was a high thing that happened during the pandemic, and it is happening today. People really didn't understand 2020 was a year of vision for you to see, right? So all those things began to happen. People couldn't even hold on to their seat. People
Wow.
couldn't pay people lost their jobs. Fear began to grip the people. And people were saying 2020 is a year of prosperity. 2020 is a year of vision. And so I gave my girlfriend that, and I said, so tell me, how do people know it is their season when 2020 came? They couldn't even keep their job. They couldn't even burst out what was inside of them because they were so blind. They were blind in domestic violence. They were
My God.
blind with their children. People were dying. Sickness was coming in with the coronavirus and they didn't know what to do. People could not make money and ends meet. That right now is leaving people with lack of vision right now. People
Wow.
have lack of vision, but they could not get it. So what I said to her, how do you know when you're blind? It
Mm.
is your season. Because when the pandemic hit, if you have vision, which you and I birthed many business out, right? If you had vision and you knew that where you were going, and when things began to happen, you was focused and you was
Yes.
able to birth out the things that was on the inside of your belly. So what I'm saying to people are blind because things that are happening to them, that are gripping them, that are causing them to be entangled with things that are going on, and their life is being default to alcohol. Their life is being default to drug addiction. Their life
Yes.
is being default to games. These children going out on games. These children, the mothers couldn't even give vision for their children. The mothers had to sit home. They had to work online, and then they had to teach their kids to be homeschooling their children. And you're going to tell me 2020 was a year of vision? It is a year of vision for those who caught it and who wrote it and stayed with it.
Wow. Wow. So this book that you wrote, The Vision Within, was actually birthed in 2020 during the time of the pandemic in that area. Is that what you're saying to us?
So, Coach Alicia, let me tell you something. It really was birthed before then. See, when
Okay.
God gives you something, you have to be obedient to do it, right? So it was birthed in when I was in Israel in 2018. When I went to Israel and I went and walked the Bible out. And I remember when we were in the desert, okay? And one of the things that my coach said, my life coach said, her name is Danny Johnson. She said that this 2018, she said this is a daddy and a daughter, or a daddy and a son, whoever was there, men and women were there. And we want you to go out in the desert and we want you to have your time with God. And I want you to begin to talk to God. And I want you to do like the children of the Israelites, what they had to do. They had to go in the desert. And so we went into the desert and God began to talk to me. We were at the Sea of Galilee, over the Sea of Galilee.
Uh-huh.
And we began to talk about visualizing when Jesus was walking on the water, when the boat, when the wind, we talked about all of that at the Sea of Galilee because that's where things begin to happen. And I remember sitting outside. I can visualize and see myself right now over the Sea of Galilee. And we were sitting there and we all was looking and it was dark and the stars was shining. We were just sitting out there. And I remember looking and God began to speak to me that he's going to do a new thing in my life. And so I didn't know exactly what it was, but he began to tell me. So 2018, um, when I got back to North Carolina from Israel for 11 days, walking out the Bible, I got put out of my company that I birthed out. I birthed this company out. And I got put out of my company. And when I walked through the doors, they began to change, their life began to change. And I was like, what is wrong with them? Right. And so they told me no longer wanted me in their company. Could you imagine that you're walking out God's ways and then they no longer want you in their company? So I was shocked that that happened to me. And so I began to start my own real estate company from that point because I'd already had one. And so I started that company and then I sold the company and I was just there. And then they kicked me out of the company. Lord have mercy. So when they did that to me, I had no idea that I was going to be moving to Atlanta to be with my son, to groom my son to be a top basketball player. I had no idea those things was going to happen. But one weekend I came back and I had a friend. No, I went to, so that was in September when that happened. So I started my own company. Then I went to Danny Johnson in the first January. It was the first week of January. We had an event, which is my coach. And my coach says, 2019 is a year that you will win. And I want you to write the year that you will win. So I want you to do that. This is a year you will win. So I'm going somewhere because this is the question that I talked about. How do you know this is a winning season? Right? So we wrote that this is the year that you will win. So I began to put a vision board together. But in the vision board, the Lord showed me how I, how I was going to um do it in 12 areas of my life. My spiritual area, and then
Yes.
my emotional, my mindset, my health.
Yes.
And then he began to show me my personal, your goals and things that you want to do and that for yourself and who do you want to be. And then he took me to my family, which is my son, my children, my husband, my grandkids. So it's if you can have your imagination go a circle of my children and my grandkids. I had that. And then I had another space where I put my finances, what I want my finances to look like. Then I began to put what I want my business to look like, where I want to be for my business. And at the time, I was putting all those areas down, and I would take that poster board because it was huge, it was tall, big, tall, and I would look at it every single day. I would look at it like many people doing a vision board now. I would look at the vision board every single day.
Yes.
I would get off track, but I would look at it every day. Some things was happening, some things was not happening. And then wherever I went, I would take that big old board and I would take it with me. And I would take it and put it in the car. But when it was time to fly, I couldn't take it. And then my husband would fuss at me. He was like, "Why are you taking this board everywhere we go?" And I said, "Because I have a vision, what I want things to happen for my
Yes.
children." Now,
Yes.
here we go. So this was 2019. My son graduated. God told me when I put that in front of me and I began to speak what I want to happen and pray over my kids and speak what I wanted to happen over all those areas in my life, um, my son uh, got accused for rape. And when he got accused for rape, is because I had that vision board, that vision that I had the vision and I began to write things out and I began to look at it every day and speak over their life. When that adversity came, it didn't shake our family because
Mm,
it was a lie. It was hurtful, but I knew
yes.
how to stand strong and I knew how to speak blessings over my child's life because I had already did it and I had already spoken over his life and spoken over him who he needed to be. All of my kids, when all of those things that started happening. So just as the same 2020 came, people had a vision board, but some people got off because they many people put the board and they just leave it there and then they
There.
walk.
Yes.
So when all that began to happen, then my girlfriend asked me, she said, "Tammy, could we do a vision party?" So the next year, by the end of the next year, October 2019, I had the board and I began to start putting a book together. I started working on the book and breaking it down in each areas. And then
Of
I
the
began
12 areas
of the
that you're
12
talking
areas,
about.
yes, of the 12 areas of our life that people
Yeah.
do every day, but they're not intentional about it, right? So
Okay.
I began to break it down, coach. And I began to break down the spiritual part. I began to break down the mindset, which is the I call it the mental health, the mindset, right? Your mind, your soul, because God said that we're made of the spirit, soul, and the body. I began to write the body, the health of the my health plan, my physical body. And because if you get that right, everything else is gonna go. See,
Fall
people
into
don't
place.
yeah,
Yes.
people do not think about this. All they think about is finances and their success.
Yes.
And a lot of times it do not happen. And when they do get it, they lose it all
Yes.
because God wants us to be a whole person. He
Yes.
doesn't want
Yes.
us to pick parts of what he wants. He said that we should have an abundance life. He said that we should walk in righteousness and holiness. And so,
Yes,
in order for you to be able to have a wholeness, then you got to be intentional about your life. You
that's
have
right.
the ability to design the life that you want to live and live it on purpose because God created you as his workmanship, right? Because
Yes,
that's what his word says. So I began to put those principles down and I began to write my vision and I began to get pictures. And whatever the things that I wrote, coach, I put pictures and then I began to write words and speak over it because God said, write the vision.
yes,
He said, make it plain. And he said, those that run with it, he said that he said, write it so that when they read it, they will be able to run with it. But this is the thing that people forget right here is he also said, if it looks like it's gonna tarry, he said, wait, because it will come to pass.
wow. You know what's interesting that I really want is that can you list the 12 areas for me as we can hear them, because it says it comes by hearing, and this is so interesting because what you said just really struck home. Most people only write about the financial and the business area of their life, but here God is giving you a revelation of these 12 areas. Even with a vision board, people put 2 or 3 areas, which is usually what they want to do, financially, vacations, or business. But here, this sounds like an entire plan. And what is so awesome in my thinking is that the number 12 means order. And so, like, God is putting order in our life with what you're saying. So, could you run down what the 12 areas are of the vision book for us?
So the 12 areas that we have, so spiritual is made of three parts, coach. Spiritually,
Okay,
emotionally, and physically.
okay,
A lot of people are so emotionally blind because of their past. Things that have happened to them that they cause them to be blind that they can't see where they want to go.
okay,
Personally, personally is one. So spiritually, emotionally, and physically is one because that's the spiritual
okay.
side.
One,
Then
okay,
personally growth is you. That's number two. And then number three,
okay,
what we work on in the areas is marriage. If you're married, what type of marriage you are, I mean, do you want to have? What type
okay,
of wife do you want to be? What type of husband do you want to be? A lot of people, Dr. Francine Hash, she was so good about being intentional about her vision book. The one of the areas I remember being in my coaching class, um, coach. I remember being in my coaching class that night, and we was talking about marriage, right? So we get really deep in my coaching class. So we were talking about marriage. She's been married. She was married 3 times, right? And she is at the age of 70, and she made a decision that she no longer was going to ever get married again and that she was just going to live her life with her grandkids and her children, and that was going to be it.
mm-hmm.
But when she came out of that coaching class, when we got to the marriage part, and she was able to uncover what was stopping her from getting married, and then she was able to be very intentional about her marriage. That she, first of all, that she could get married again at the age of 70 because God gave us a purpose. And God also said that it's better to be married, right? And he
Yes,
also said in his word that a woman is a man helpmate. So therefore, there's somebody still there that you could be their helpmate. So when
yes,
she got that revelation, she began to write her vision and to be very intentional about the man that she wanted and the wife that she wanted to be. We completed the class in January. which I'm getting ready to do another class. We completed the class in January. Her husband showed up in February. Now get this. He showed up in February and they got married May the 15th of this year. But this is what's so powerful that I found out.
Wow.
Listen to this. God has ordained your husband for you. You may went through 2 to 3 husbands, but God has ordained a man for your life. The man that she married met her when she was 7 years old. And he was blind and she was blind. They got married to somebody else. But when their eyes became open and that they were able to see
Come on.
spiritually,
Yes.
he's a man of God. They was able to connect spiritually because
Yes.
God brought them back. The spirit connected them and they
Wow.
got married May the 15th of this year. How powerful is
Full
that?
is that. That is really powerful. And this is because they are following these 12 steps and paying attention intentionally to each area. So after marriage, which is three, what's number four?
So I do need to say this. So companionship. So somebody that is, want to just have a companion.
Uh-huh.
Um, what type of companion? So I have that in there too. Because some people, hopefully they come through my class, they can see that it's okay to be married.
Yes. Okay.
So the next thing is parenting. Parenting is so important, especially right now. We have all of these shootings that is going on in the high school. And I truly believe if the mother and the father doesn't have vision, then their children will not have vision either. So if
Mm-mm-mm.
we can give the mother vision and the father, then they can see the genius in their child.
Oh, that is good. That right there is real good. That they can see the genius in their child, because a lot of times people are not really paying to those special gifts that are in their children. I love that. Is good, Coach Tammy. The genius in their children. Wow.
Yeah, exactly. And so in my coaching class, they will find out why. You know, they would get to know that and they will be able to see and then they will be able to change it and then be able to help their children see vision, right?
Wow.
So the next thing is extended family. This is what
Okay.
I love so because most people don't only know just their grandmother, their mother, and their grandmother, but they don't know their great grandmother. They don't know all the way to the fourth generation. See, because if you know all the way to the fourth generation, you'll find out what sins are in the family. You
Mm,
will find out what disease are in the family so that you can be able to stop it, that it will not come on to you and your children. That's
my
why it's so
goodness.
powerful to learn. And so I'm digging into my history. See, we're the only people on earth except the Jews. The Jews know their family all the way to Abraham.
Back. Yes.
And if you read the book, it said, and he begot, and he begot,
Be God.
and he begot.
Yes.
But we're the
Yes.
only one that we only begot just our grandmother, and we only begot our grandfather, but we don't know their parents and their
Wow.
parents and their parents and their father and their father and their father.
Yes. Yes.
So when you come to my
So
class, your eyes become open. Then you begin to see that why you have things happening to you because it's coming from a third generation of a grandfather. You better say something.
come on.
You better
Yeah.
go head on. Hey,
Yes.
we ain't playing. We're uncovering.
Covering stuff. That's
You
right.
live.
That's
How
hit.
could you see? How could you see when you don't know?
Wow.
What you
Hidden
don't know,
stuff. Mm.
that's right. What you don't know, you can't do nothing about it. But what you know, you do better. Isn't
Yes.
that what Maya Angelou said? When you
Yes.
know,
Do
you
better.
do better.
You do
That's
better.
right.
That's right. That's right.
Exactly.
Yes. So
So
number
that's something. That's a powerful tool. And then the other one is relationship.
That's
Mm,
number
mm, mm.
six, relationships.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh my God. How many people got broken relationships with their friends? See, I had to pull that to the side because my girlfriend, Devorah Black, was like, "Why you don't have relationships?" I was like, "Well, that's with marriage." No, we're talking about friends.
Yes.
We're talking about people that's supposed to be in your life that's going to push you to the next level. We're
Yes.
talking about people that you fell out with when you was a little girl and you
Come
didn't even
on.
know why because you didn't even know how to build a relationship. And that you
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
still holding pain in your heart because y'all was on the playground and she called you ugly.
Oh my gosh.
So
Ugh.
we get into digging with that and we get intentional about it. And then that makes you a great leader. Because when you become a co-worker, then you become building good relationship. So
Yeah.
you running a business, then you understand who you are to that person because God said in his word that we are to love others as ourselves. So if
That's
you got
right.
your personal together, you love yourself, then you're gonna learn how to love others.
My
You
goodness.
the principles are
Yes. Yes.
how is designing your life to live the life that you want to live, right? So then the next thing um is business, entrepreneurship, or work
Okay.
ethic. Because you have people that wants to start a business but don't even know, or they've never seen anybody in their family be an entrepreneur, a successful
Mm.
one, and to do it the right way. So how do you people right now so blind in their business, right? They don't even know how to do their business because they just had an idea, right? Me for an example. I opened up my real estate firm because I had passion, but I had no skill.
My goodness. My goodness.
You understand
Come
what I'm
on.
saying? So
Yes. Yes.
but and then I end up had to sell it because I couldn't run it. How many
Mm.
people
Uh,
is giving you an idea, but you have no skills to run it?
this is good. This is good. Yes.
So you got to understand how you going to say you want to do a business, but you don't have a vision plan to do it.
To the
How you
business.
going to take it from vague to manifestation for it to happen?
Come on.
You know what I mean? So when you write in a vision, you're going to be able to get intentional about it, write the vision that you want so you can put your business plan together. So you can
Yeah.
understand what it's like to run a business when you ain't never seen it. Most people do not know how to run a business because they ain't never had somebody in their family to run a business.
Exactly. And a lot of people have a plan for business, but they have no strategy of how they're going to actually make this business effective. Yes. Yes. That's good.
Because the they don't know how to move that ship forward. They don't even know how to be the CEO over their own life more than you're going to be a CEO over your
A
business,
business. Wow. And so are
right?
you
So,
saying
right?
that the vision book, when you get this is so good, so deep and so good because it deals with you really looking, and now I am shut up. I'm starting to really feel the book, the vision within.
Yes,
Because if you
exactly. Oh man,
mm,
you better say it again. It's in your
ooh,
belly already. Hallelujah.
yes,
It's there.
yes,
It's lying there.
yes,
Everybody has it. This country was built on entrepreneurship. When God
yes,
started, they started tilling the ground, making doing a garden. Okay, so it was built on after being a farmer. I'm sorry. It was built on entrepreneurship. So
yes,
how are you working a job? The man up, the boss man, the owner of the company started it for you to work for him.
oh my
So
goodness.
it was built on entrepreneurship. You are made, you are created to have your own business. But a lot of people don't even know that.
Mm, mm, mm,
You
mm,
still
mm,
can
mm.
work for somebody else and still have your business. You still can do
Come
that.
on, that's right.
Because guess what? The job that you're working for, the person that you're working for, that's money is a resources to build a business.
Business. It's a resource. Yes. My God. That is
So
so
you
good,
have,
Coach Tammy.
my coach taught me have different orchards. What does that mean?
Yeah.
You have this business that you make money, help build this business, that's an orchard.
Business
That
at what?
money help build this business,
That
that's an orchard.
business.
You got business here everywhere and it's running
That's
on its
right.
own.
Come on, come on. That is
Look,
some good
look,
stuff. Listen,
look at
let
look at Kentucky Fried Chicken. That man been
uh-huh.
dead. Look at Walt Disney. The man been dead. But guess what? They had a vision.
Yes, yes. And the thing about the two of those people is that both of them, Walt Disney, if I could remember correctly, he actually had a nervous breakdown starting his business. He failed that business about 7 times. Same thing with Kentucky Fried Chicken. And you know what? And it's because at that time they really, really just had an idea, but they didn't have a plan. They really didn't.
Hmm.
And until the failures made them start to plan. So that's really good. So number 8 is what?
Number 8. Let me get that one for you. Because I wanted to make sure my share button went. I'm so sorry. So number 8 is finance. Oh my goodness.
Ooh.
Finances. You know, I want you to think about this. People got money during the pandemic,
Yeah.
a lot of money, and guess what? They ain't got a dime for it right now.
Nope.
So if you understand that money is a seed, which I had, it took me a minute to learn that from my coach, but when she told me that money is a seed
Seed.
and that when you plant that seed, it grows, right? So when
Yes.
you understand money, your money's supposed to multiply to bring you more money. But if
That's
you
right.
take your seed and you eat that seed, then you have no more money. You can't
Come
even
on.
grow.
Come
So
on.
if you don't have a vision for your money, then you can't be an entrepreneur. You can't raise your family because you're always going to be broke living from paycheck to paycheck. So I don't know who's on here listening to us that is living from paycheck to paycheck. Hey, you need to write a vision for your money
Come on.
to
That's
understand
good.
where your money is going to go. Because it
Ooh.
talks about in the Bible, in Matthew 25, when it talks about the parable, there was one he gave what? One he gave 1,000, one he gave 5,000, and one he gave 10,000. And each one of them, the 10 and the 5, right? They multiply. But the one that had the $1,000 took it and buried it because he said that he was afraid and that he didn't understand. So therefore, the Lord said to him, "You wicked one." He called him wicked and kicked him
Wow,
out.
wow, wow, wow,
So how
wow.
many people are taking their money and just burying it and it's not growing? You can't
Listen,
look at folks that decide that they want to write their vision for their finances, that they want to get in and write their vision. You can't get mad if they're doing great with their self. You can't
come
get
on.
mad if they're selling houses. You can't get mad if they opening up business and they're your friend and you sitting on the sideline looking at them. They got a vision, honey. You
Come
don't.
on. You know, Coach Tammy, today I actually was taking a class, and in the class, I learned this that Steve Jobs began with two other men, and the one guy decided to sell them his share, his 10% for $800. Steve
Mm-hmm.
Jobs and I forgot the other partner who are now billionaires today because they stuck with the vision, and stuck with the plan. He that sold his eight for $800 because he was afraid. You know what he is doing today? I understand he's living in a trailer park selling
Oh,
collectibles
mm,
because we don't understand vision. We don't understand how you may not see all of the vision, but sometimes you have to trust the other people. That's why collaboration is so important right now, if we understand who we're collaborating with, because he sold his 10% for $800, and Steve Jobs and the other guy that did Apple, Microsoft, they're billionaires, and he's living in a trailer park,
you know what? He's still blind. But guess
still
what?
blind.
Guess what? Everybody else, they singing Amazing Grace. I was blind, but now I see.
I see. Yes, yes,
Right?
yes.
So they had Amazing Grace came up, and they are no longer blind because now they see. But
They
my brother
see.
over here, he didn't get no grace because guess what? He was afraid and he buried, and he went on and sold that little bit what he had to them because he was scared. So my
Because he was
thing is,
scared.
but here's the key for the vision book. If you go through these principles, right, and you write your vision, you're going to become whole in those areas. See, you can't run a business when you're emotionally broken, when
Hmm.
you are spiritually damaged, when your body is physically broken down. You can't even have a successful family. You can't even have a successful children because you can't even do anything. So it's so important to be whole.
Yes,
So
that's good.
important to be intentional and be serious about your life. Design the life that you want to live, and you will live the life no other person will live.
Come
So
on.
don't be a 98 percenter, be a 2 percenter. Be different from what other people are doing. Just because the pandemic is here, I'm making money. I know
Come
I
on.
have friends that are making money. Oh, listen, I went to go get my nails done the other day, coach. And the lady said to me, "Oh, Miss Tammy, you stay busy all the time. Every time you come in here, you rushing us because you got to go to an appointment." She said, "Do you know how many real estate agents come in here to get their nails done?" And they all says there's no inventory that are out there. And I said, you know why they say that? I said, because the vision is blinding them. They're blind, so they say there's no inventory because they can't see. But I'm selling houses every day.
Every day.
I every day
Yes, I
because
see.
I focus on there is a house for my client. I
Yes.
don't focus on the wrong thing because I
My,
have
my,
vision.
my.
I have a goal. I know how much income. When I said that I'm going to make this income, I wrote it down. I put my strategy together to get it. And so,
Yes.
therefore, I will do that. So, those real estate agents that are sitting out there, they're blind. They're so blind right now that they can't see. Only thing that they see is problems and not success.
Solution, the solution. Oh my goodness. My
Yes.
goodness. So what is number
Yes.
9?
Number 9 is charity.
Charity. Yes.
Yes. This
Okay.
is when everything that I'm giving you is biblical, right?
Yes,
So
definitely.
charity talks about that you are to take care of the poor. You're
Yes.
to take care, you're to
The
take care of
widows.
the widows. You're
Yes.
to take care of the fatherless.
Yes.
If we had a show just with fatherless people that did not have a father or either a mother in their life, and if they will be true to themselves and say, have you always been blessed? God blesses fatherless people. He takes care of those people that didn't have a father. How do I know? Because I never had a father in my life. I don't even know what it's like to have a father. But I always been blessed. I tell you, Glory to God. Because he said it in his word. When you know that, when you know that you're being well taken care of, he says it. So if we as charity do what God tell us to do, that's part of your blessing. That's going
Yes.
to make you whole within your life.
Yes.
So that's for charity.
Yes. Yes. Just just little things. In my private group, I just put in there. Everybody just say hi, hey today, and like 32 people in the group took the time out to say hey, and I pulled all of those people's names and I put it in a thing, and I had my sister pull one name today, and I cash app that person, you know, just because they took the time out to follow an instruction. I wanted to be charitable to them. Just little things like
Amen.
that. So, because sometimes people think you have to do big, big, big things. Every month, I send different businesses or whatever $5. I call it my 5 for 5 for faith and favor. So I send out $25 every month to 5 different businesses, small businesses, or 5 different people or whatever, because that is my charity giving. Today, I saw somebody post something saying their phone was going to get cut off because they didn't have the money. I just picked up my phone and cash apped, look for the person, cash app, and cash app them some money. So it doesn't always have to be a huge charity that you're supporting, but it could be a simple thing that may change somebody's life. Tonight, let me see
Amen.
if we had anybody out here in our commentary. Okay, there's one person, Coach Sandra was there. She said, visions shifted. That's right. When you start to look at your vision, you start to shift. You start to become the person, and you said it in the beginning, you start to become whole. Whole
Amen.
when you are actually starting to follow a vision. So let's look at number 10.
Number 10, oh my goodness, is if you follow me on Facebook, I have so much fun. Oh my God. And a lot of times people don't even implement that in their life. They don't even know what fun looks like. I was that person. So now, like tomorrow, my husband and I, oh my gosh, we're taking off and we're just going to have fun. We're going to
Yes,
do some things, him and I together. We're going to practice fun tomorrow. Okay.
yes,
And so a lot of times people don't know how to do that. So I get people to write their vision about what is fun to you. What do you want to do? And go do it. Set it up and go do it. So many people there. I'm telling you, my girlfriend Anita, she was depressed when she came out of my class. That girl is no longer depressed. She's on my team as real estate. She's selling houses left and right, and she is having fun. She don't went to St. Lucia in the pandemic. She don't went to DC in the pandemic. She don't travel far places, trusting, and she's riding bikes and having fun and posting when she used to be a depressed person. Hey,
that's so awesome. I
yeah,
was just really last week following you at the fair. You were having so much fun at
yeah.
the fair that it made me happy.
Amen. Yes.
You
Yes.
know,
And that's what God said, that we ought to have a merry heart that heals cancer, that heals disease and sickness, that heals relationships if you have fun. Okay.
Coach Tammy, let's go back. One of the viewers said, I'm encouraged to actually write a vision for my finances.
hmm I didn't hear you. Say that
Wow.
again.
She says, I'm encouraged to actually write a vision for my finances.
Amen. If I can
See?
help you do, yes. Because it's you got to know where you're going. You got to have listen. You got to direct your money because if you
Yes,
don't direct your money, guess what? Your money will be directed in somebody's pocket.
that's right. That's right.
Because if you don't know where your money is supposed to go or where you direct it to go to make it grow, then somebody is going to get your money. So, hey,
Oh, come on now.
powerful. Think
Oh,
about it. That's powerful.
yes,
You
yes.
write your vision and you know where your money is going to go. If you're building stocks, if you're building real estate portfolio, if you're building business for your money to grow, come on.
Yes, yes. Amen. Amen. Let's go to number 11.
Number 11 is community. What are you doing in your community? Who are you
Mhm.
in your community? How are you influencing your community? Especially right now, the church doors are shut in many places. What are you doing? If you are spiritually strong, if you are emotionally strong, if you physically strong and you got your personal stuff together, your relationships together, your parenting skills is together, your extended family is together, your finances is together, you're giving into your charity, then you can change a community.
Oh my,
Hallelujah.
oh, that
Amen.
is
Amen.
good.
Amen. But if you're
Listen,
just thinking about financing and you're thinking about building a business, then you can't change a community because it takes us to change a community. God put us here on this earth to spread ourselves through to change people's lives.
wow, that is so good. That is so good. What are you doing in your community? What is your vision for your community? My goodness. Let's go to number 12.
Number 12 is leaving a legacy for your children, your
Mm,
family. You
mm.
want your great great grandkids to know the fourth generation. You want them to know that history, that tree, that family tree. You want them to know every disease, every sickness that was there is no longer there in your family. Hallelujah. You want them to have business on top of business, running business. You want them to know that you was a dream pusher.
Oh my God. This is so good. Listen, you are listening to Vision Coach Tammy Watson. She is the author of the Vision Within a Vision book. Would you tell them how they can get your book, please?
Yes. Listen, let me tell you something, Coach Alicia. Let me tell you, you're going in and out, but that's okay. Everybody gonna hear anyway. So let me tell you,
Okay.
um, I have so many people that's joining my 3-day boot camp, and it's called Power Surge Your Vision Boot Camp. And we're going to spend 3 days together where I'm going to power surge their vision. I'm going to help them to open their eyes. See, right now, they're looking like this, right? They have no view, they can't see. They have an ideal and a dream that's inside of their belly, but they don't know how to get it out. So, starting on October the 18th, we're going to go in and I'm going to help them birth their business so they can put on their glasses so they can be able to kind of see where they want to go.
Yes, yes. And the boot camp, you said it's 3 days?
It's going to be 3 days. I'm going to be working with them. And so we have a VIP and we have
Okay.
just a regular. So it's up to you. So I have a young lady. Her name is Anna. Anna came to me. Anna talked to me about her business, about what she wanted to do. Anna is a single mom. She went through a divorce and she lost her husband. Okay. But Anna did not stop what her dreams, what she had inside of her belly. So just the other day, Anna just launched her venue, her event plan in place, a space where she's going to have birthday parties, all kind of stuff going on.
Yes.
And not only that, that's her third business. She does hair and she flip houses and now she just opened up. And guess what? Her son is running the business. And guess what? He's 12. He done wrote books and he's 12. Okay? Because Anna understand vision. And she
Yes.
understands that she got to leave a legacy. So she's teaching her son how to be a business owner right now. And
Yes.
so This is what you're going to get out of my 3-day boot camp. And where you go to sign up for my boot camp, you want to go to CoachTammyWatson.com. And then you can go to where it says 3-day boot camp and you can sign up for the boot camp there.
Okay.
Um, we have a VIP special where afterwards, after that whole hour, we're together. And then I meet with my VIP people. And then we go even deeper into your vision
Okay.
because I'm
Okay.
going to give them a surface, but my VIP people are going to go deeper because it's a lot of people have dreams on the inside of them. They don't even know how to get it out. It's in their belly.
Exactly.
It's like a
Exactly.
baby is sitting
Hmm.
there. And so
Yes.
we're going to have be their dream pusher on Monday night.
On
And
Monday,
so,
and
yeah,
you
to
said
get
it's
my
three
book,
days.
it's 3 days. And to get
Okay.
my book, you can go on Amazon, which is The Vision Within. You can get my book. But then the people tell me, I don't even know how to put it together. Then the next thing you want to do, upgrade to my coaching program. And we'll be
Okay.
doing a 12 weeks coaching program. And that also is on the website. So my thing is that when people see finances, they say, "Ooh, I don't know if I could do that." But listen, I have a lot of people told me that last year. I had 13 people to come in my coaching program. Tracy Booker launched her book. Tracy Booker launched her coaching program. Rhea Brown launched her business.
Yes.
Anita McKnight came out of depression and launched her business and become learning how to have fun. I
Yes.
can go Dr. Francine Hash got married on May the 15th. Cheryl
Yes.
Collins in the process of getting married. So all I can tell you is that I have results, right?
Results. There you go.
So it's either you're going to be on the sidelines looking at all these people or the people that's already signed up for my class. You're going to be on the sideline and God gives you opportunity because he gives people voice to speak. And if you're hearing the sound of my voice, then you need to be in my class so I can help push that dream out of you.
Come
So
on.
this is what I tell people. It's only two people. You can be the person that is blind, or you can be Honor that has your eyes open, your vision to see what God has for her. And she has 3 businesses right now. So money, I look at it, invest it into yourself. So that when you invest into yourself, when 2022 comes, you be ready and set to go. Other folks are still going to be looking, worrying about the pandemic, worrying about they ain't got no money, worrying about the children doing this, worrying about this. But you're going to be standing strong and you're going to be like, hey, we got a vision.
That's
We have
right.
something that we need to accomplish. Let's
Yes.
get it done.
Yes, we have to follow the principles of God. Without a vision, the people will perish. Thank you for joining us,
Amen.
Monica. Thank you for your comments. We are so appreciative of you coming on tonight and being with us. This is so exciting.
Hmm.
And I just want those of you that are listening to go to Coach Tammy's website and register for her boot camp. I promise you, she gets results. You heard what she said. And if you want to change your life, if you want some things in your life to change, if you want to zero in and focus on areas instead of just talking about those areas of your life. Listen, the spiritual areas of your life, the personal areas, the marital areas, the parenting areas, the extended family areas, relationship, whatever it is that you need to do, she will push you in the right direction. So we're going to allow Coach one more time to give her website so that you know where you can reach her. Coach, let them know the website one more time so they can go on and register for your 3-day boot camp.
So, Coach, I'm only looking for people that are serious.
Yes. Okay.
I don't want you to come in my you just sitting there because
Come
I
on.
we're here to be
Work.
dream pushers. You know what I
Yes.
mean? We
Yes.
want you to do the work so you can have results.
Work.
My people did
Yes.
the work and they have results. So if you want to have your dreams pushed out of you. You want to go ahead and birth your business. You want to birth your book. You want to birth your children's having the genius on the inside of them come out. If you want to get married, if you want to raise your income from 100 to 1 million, guess what? My website is CoachTammyWatson.com. Go get
Yeah.
signed up today, right now. 3-day boot
Wow.
camp. I'll see you there.
Well, Coach Tammy, thank you so much for being with us this evening. Somewhere down the line, we're going to have you back on one of our shows because this is so much information. We have to set it up so that we actually can really see the results even as you are speaking. And I truly believe that as this broadcast go out, those of you who will hear it later, you need to get serious about the vision within for your life. And when you do, please make sure you can go on Amazon.com and purchase the book and then connect with Coach Tammy, and she will help you walk through the process of living out what is in the book. So I want to just say thank you so much for being with us. Until next time, Coach Tammy, is there any last words that you want to say to the audience tonight before we leave?
Only thing that I want to say that the vision that lies on the inside of you. You have to be the one to tap it, and I'm the one to push it out of you. I'll see you on October the 18th.
God bless you. Thank you so much for being with us tonight.